3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Okay, so we're going to have a quick 20 or 30 minutes for you guys before we do a round table as well. So the party, quick recap, discovered some magical items in a dwarven military complex. Also picked up some armor and dropped their own armor. And then saw that Lord Benethin and his companions are watching the exit, just ready to leave. Valak is riding Fist around, and that's where we're at. So, do you plan to do anything else in the city before you begin the climb of the stairs out?
No. Nobody went mad in that little recap. Yeah, I've got nothing.
Yes, one party member had their 5th failed save.
I take out Harold and just throw him away and let him be in his little...
Okay.
And slowly watch him just...
Tear it.
The drawing?
The lamplighter's drawing.
You're letting Harold go? Like
Yes,
Wilson?
indeed. Yeah.
Wow.
Let him go.
Well, I'd give you an inspiration dice if you weren't holding on to one.
You know,
God.
Really good at that, huh?
he's just gonna be in like a couple hours. He's gonna be like, I wish Harold was with us.
Yep.
Has anybody seen my goblin head?
Where's Fleshy?
Yeah.
He's still upset about
Alright,
one.
so if you guys are good, as you get close to the exit, Valak Fist picks you up and sits you, or like puts you down softly, and he goes down on one knee and gets close to your face and makes to put his head up against your head. And something, a memory that you've forgotten is your mother and father used to do that to you. And you'd forgotten about that because, as you know, you lost them at a very young age. And it returns to you of your purpose on why you were at the monastery, why you survived. And you can see Fist is beginning to cry a little bit. And he just goes to embrace you, gives you a big hug. Not quite as tightly as the last time. He felt the as he hugged you the first time. So, yeah. So Fist then says, "Little brother, you be safe out in the cold. I save you goblins for when you come back. Tell your friends." And he looks around at each of them. "They're always welcome with the brother tribe."
Thank you, Fist. Well, I look forward to spending more time with you.
Me too. Okay. Bye. The final bye.
Bye.
So you guys begin to climb the stairs. As you get closer, you can start feeling a cold breeze hit your face after you climb for about 5, 10, 15 minutes. You didn't realize how deep you had gone into the planet. And once you get to where you can see a bit of light at the end of the tunnel, you see there's 3 horses, like pack horses, and an additional, looks like a riding horse. Looks probably to be Lord Benethin's. It's got a similar symbol that he has on his cloak that he has pulled out at this point. And as he comes up to them, he pulls off a few bits of the cold gear that were extras, and he looks around and says, "Does anybody need any extra pieces to keep warm?"
I think with the fact that we found like the dwarven cold weather gear, I think Bullroom is fine actually. So I'll.
Valak's still bare-chested, just walking out in the cold.
Good.
You guys seen any venison?
Got diamonds.
I mean, I don't technically have any cold weather gear, so...
I mean, you have. So we brought like blankets
improvise
and other stuff. So like you could like
Yeah, everyone can add cold gear basically at this point to their inventory.
Okay.
That was my way of RPing that you guys have cold.
Yeah, for sure.
So you guys get to Lord Benethan climbs onto the horse, and Dooms and God, I should have written down his name. The other guardian.
The other non-important person.
What?
Said not important person.
Yeah, the guy that almost died that you guys saved. I thought you were just gonna let him die.
Let's roll back that beautiful bean footage.
Yeah, I'll check it after. You begin to make your way out into the cold, and it instantly hits your face, and it is stinging cold. Even being in this little ravine valley of the Crown Mountains, the wind is really strong, and there's a dust of snow constant and consistently hitting you. Even with the cold gear, you can feel the cold to the very bone. And rather than us do a month to month and a half times journey and rolling every day for encounters, each of you roll a d20, and then I'll go around and get your rolls from you. So.
Also, Bulgrim
Val.
does have something to do before we leave.
Okay, just one second.
Are we adding anything to this?
What?
Nope, just straight d20.
19.
19. Hez, what was it?
Oh, these are only inspiration dice.
That's fine. I'll let him do it
I'm
for you.
really cold. So, I guess I got a 19.
19? Okay. Just whichever that was the higher number. You don't add anything to it.
Okay.
Just literally your roll.
9.
9?
9.
That was your higher number?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was adding them together.
And that used the inspiration dice?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Finally, now somebody else
Yeah.
can get it.
12.
12.
7.
17.
Okay, let me add that up really quick.
That's a lot of inspiration dice.
That blue dice really has been doing good for me today.
Yeah. It's nice. It's real nice. Must
It
be
is.
nice.
It really is nice, thanks.
5. Average of 12.8. Okay. Now, tell me, because it's going to take a little bit of time. We'll start. What did you want to do before we leave?
So because we had done a lot in the city, some of us have gained a decent amount of strength and power down there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually capable of casting second level spells now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cast Find Steed.
Okay.
It takes 10 minutes, but I believe, and I'm looking to see how long it lasts. I don't see where it goes away.
Really?
Also,
Really?
I want to remind you of my natural explorer feature and the fact that it's Arctic. So, while traveling for an hour or more in my chosen terrain, difficult terrain doesn't slow our groups travel. We can't become lost except by magical means, and I remain alert to danger even when we are engaged in another activity. And you can move stealthily at a normal pace.
Okay.
While alone, we find
In
twice as
tundra.
Yeah,
Okay.
in the Arctic, we find twice as much food while foraging and while tracking creatures. We can learn the exact number of sizes and how long ago they passed through the area. So I'm very aware of.
Is that for everybody?
That's
or
for
just-
everybody. We
Yeah,
move at a
the
normal-
group.
we
It
move
says
at a normal
specifically
pace.
for the group.
Yep.
It cannot. Okay, I'll keep that in mind
Yeah.
with, thank you, because I did forget about that.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Find Steed until the steed drops to 0.
Wow.
So I'm
You have a
going-
horse.
I'm
Or what would you like? You could,
it's an elk, camel, pony, or mastiff. So I'm going to take an
Oh.
elk, I think.
you can do an elk. You do know, this is just to my setting, dwarves, and I'll allow it to be this if you'd like, ride 2 animals specifically.
Okay.
Mountain goats,
Mhm.
like rams,
Yeah.
or bison.
Can it be a fainting goat?
Ooh, bison sounds cool, but because I've already said that my iconography for my family is that of the ram, I mean, how am I not going to ride?
I assume.
how am I
but-
not going to ride a ram? I mean,
Okay, so in the ram that becomes your steed, it's 10-minute ritual cast, yeah?
yeah. Oh, well, it's not ritual. It's just 10 minutes takes my second level spell slot for the day.
Okay. So you do that, and you guys then suddenly, out of nowhere, it does not appear, it comes walking down the side of the Crown Mountains right at the entrance, walks right up to Bulgrim and bows one of its knees for him to basically climb on top of it. Does not have reins, but you see a large mountain ram. The horns curling like, this is a big boy.
Finally. The world is starting to recognize my stature.
The ego is just getting higher and higher on Bulgrim.
What's your ram's name?
A majestic creature such as this. I shall name him for the mountains he is from. His name shall be Crowned.
So now you have a horse, or a steed.
A steed, yes.
Dooms and the other guy. So there are 3 pack horses that you guys could technically switch out, and so there's 4 of you plus 2 other guys, so 6. So basically take turns every 3 hours or every hour just switching off. However you guys want to do it. Okay, so it's going to take you some time to get across. I'll start with you. What does Bulgrim work on in that time frame?
So Bulgrim, at some point during the early part of the journey, will sort of sally up on his new ram to Warlow, and hey, you had that other crossbow that we saw at the depot on the way in, right?
Yes.
I found one at the complex, and I'm trying to put them together, perhaps make one functional crossbow.
Absolutely. I'm much more comfortable with my longbow, so you are more than welcome to the parts that this other one contains that may be missing from the one that you found.
Fantastic. And I would like to use my smith's tools in order to try and piece it together.
Give me a roll.
Do what your
D20.
uncle could not.
Wow, too soon.
Listen, you leave Bulgrim the 69th alone.
Guidance?
Wait, do you have it's with your smith tools, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And this is a dwarven make. You've seen your uncle working on something similar.
Mm-hmm.
Before you tell me the number, give me an advantage roll.
Alright, fantastic. I'm gonna pick the blue dice. It's
Yeah,
it's
man,
been
I don't
nice
know
to
why
know
you
that.
switched.
Because.
No.
Because.
No.
Because.
No. Messed up.
So we'll do 7 plus 7 is 14.
14. Okay. I'll wait to say the outcome.
No problem.
Warlow. What does Warlow
Okay.
work on over that time?
So, and how long?
Oh,
is
and
this?
sorry. Every day you guys travel about 6 to 7 hours in the cold.
Yeah.
And then stop. So you guys have roughly 6 or 7 hours of downtime.
Got it.
An hour or so of that is taken up by putting camp up,
Sure.
basically.
And this is taking us 5 weeks?
I have not said yet.
Oh, you haven't said? Well, so for the first week, I'm going to continue practicing with my bow and everything to
So all of
get
the-
through that. So I get through all my negative modifiers and
Yep.
achieve what I had been trying to, which is
Okay.
being accurate but hitting really hard
Yep.
with my arrows. The rest of the time, every downtime that we have, I'm going to spend 6 hours kind of jumping and hopping back and forth and running, trying to sprint in this
So
medium
training,
armor.
like
Just
hardcore,
training,
CrossFit.
just training a lot because I need to be I need to be a killing machine of these undead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Message me privately exactly what you're trying to work towards. From
Okay.
that.
I already told you what it was.
Just refresh me, just to make sure.
All right.
Were you reading that journal at all in downtime, or just?
So if I have any other time besides working on the crossbow, that's what I'll.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that that's what that was.
I was going to say, after he mentioned doing the training after the other thing, I was going to say, I do have something else, so thank you.
That's what that was. Okay.
Send it to you.
Heard. Give me your roll. D20. Add proficiency to it for that second part. For the second part. Do you want
Can I
to?
guidance myself during each of these days?
Let's just do one roll.
Dang
Add
it.
but it is plus
Yeah.
3 now. It is plus 3.
Oh, we missed.
Ah!
Hey!
That's a 20 total.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yours was 14.
I get
yours
one
was
good
20.
roll the entire session. It's for what I really
Yeah.
needed it for.
Kai, what was Kai doing this entire journey?
So during setting up camp, am I doing the thing that we talked about where molding earth, or
Explain to the group what we've talked about.
So what we talked about was just instead of having to prepare a tent every day, I could just mold earth and dig out like a kind of like a underground dwelling, like kind of like a
And would hold heat better.
Yeah.
And
And-
perhaps we could even put
Like of those videos of people like digging out.
yes,
making, like,
yes,
these
except
super
because
awesome
I can just go
places.
5 at a time.
we could
Yeah.
even put a tent over the top of it to help even further insulate it.
Yeah, so that was just the idea. So that if that's the way we
That
do
is, and you can have an inspiration dice for that.
Gotcha, that's cool.
He had told me about that like three sessions ago about like his thoughts on if you guys had to travel a year or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
It would
And
just
I was
be-
so impressed with it. I've been waiting to be able to give him a D20.
Gotcha.
Nice.
That's
Uh,
fair.
and then
It's cool. It's
and then
very, very cool.
ritual casting, just everything. Whether it be I think I have 4 prepared rituals, which would be purify food, water. So if you come across stuff,
Okay.
Which we do because we find twice the amount of food.
Yep.
Thanks.
so we can help.
That's why I'm not making rolls for food because I figure you find enough between that
And Goodberry.
and Goodberry.
Yeah.
You guys have food.
And then while we're riding, I'm just ritual casting, or if I'm riding on the horse, I'm just ritual casting fine plants, just practicing magic
Okay.
ritual casting, just stuff like that. And then in the downtime in camp, just tinkering with the stuff that I've acquired, whether it's plants picking up or the ones I already have with the potion making
Okay.
type stuff.
So testing out your potion making abilities
Yes.
and just tinkering with
not
them.
using the really cool ones I got, like the magic goo one, or the
Yeah.
different goos, but just different.
Okay,
herbs
different
and stuff.
herbs and
Yeah,
stuff.
with the I
Plants.
think I have a medicine kit, so just making
Okay.
things along that.
I like it. Okay. Give me a D20 roll. Add proficiency to
Don't
that.
forget you have inspiration now.
21.
21. Okay.
Nice.
14, 20, 21. Mr. Hezekiah,
So,
what is Hez doing?
Berries.
Your stomach is clear. You feel your system
Yeah.
has been cleansed once you
he's
exit
feeling
the city.
much better. Yes, first of all. But yeah, as his travels, I think I'm hoping he's able to kind of use his hand axe as a way to heat up metal over time, perhaps.
Okay. So you're just practicing using your hand axe, like using heat metal, the spell on it,
No, it's kind of just like
or firebolt. You're talking about
no,
doing
it's the
that?
firebolt. But I was wondering if, like, if we stuck it in the ground and let it heat up, I could kind of
Are you trying to forge
Yeah.
stuff?
like a kind of like a portable forge. Kind of.
It takes a lot of heat to melt metal.
Or not even melt, just enough to move it around.
Are you talking about to make your armor?
Well, anything. Part of like the smithing
I would
thing.
say to craft from raw ore or ingots, it'd probably not be possible, but to create that other armor you were talking about, your other artificer armor, the heavy one, you could successfully do that with a successful roll. Or that one, it's just magical, right? You just need
That's
the...
magic. I would just meant like
You
for-
do
if we,
that.
like find anything else, we could kind of like, oh, this dwarven armor doesn't fit me, but or
Oh, okay, so
something
to
like
modify everybody else's.
that. Yeah, so
and to
like
fix
kind
the-
of a portable smithy, but like not raw. Ingot. Or maybe I could work my way towards that.
So kind of like he's kind of like soldering, almost.
So
know?
you're... what is the purpose behind it? Just to make sure. I know kind of
I want
everyone else's.
Portable smithy, like we can just. be
You
like,
want to
oh,
try and
hey.
develop a way of being a portable smithy?
Yeah.
From
If I
just
could
the
turn
firebolt
my
on
hand
your axe?
You might need like a crucible or like something else, but like, I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't be possible. Like eventually, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you might need some other tools with it, but give me your roll.
If only you had your inspiration.
And there's no plus. Or anything.
Proficiency modifier.
So
Plus
plus 3.
Plus, these three then. 18?
18?
Hey, pretty good.
Is that what I gave you? Your proficiency modifier?
You gave me a smith's tools roll.
Oh, that's right, because you were using those specific.
Yeah.
You gave me
So
a
when you get Smith's tools,
Have proficiency.
Do you have proficiency with Smith's tools? So instead of +3, it'd be plus what? 8.
It's, I don't know what his specific. Mine is through strength. I don't
Right,
know
because
his
your
through-
intelligence or whatever is 5.
technically, could I have added acrobatics?
No.
I don't know.
Shut up!
Maybe working out would be athletics, my friend.
Okay, then it's still plus, it's still +3, man.
Okay.
Working out athletics.
What was your total number with +3? What was your number?
That was 15 plus the 3.
Yeah, 15.
So
like that.
18.
Yeah, even with the
Yeah,
lower
18,
nine,
okay.
So good.
I thought he got like a 7 or something. you
I
know?
got a 7.
Smith's tools.
No, I got a 7.
Usually,
Okay.
whatever your intelligence is.
It's actually strength.
Okay.
I'm
Phallic.
serious. I'm dead serious.
What does Phallic work on during
serious.
your downtime?
I'm going to work on thrown weapon fighting.
Okay. Can you tell me how you're practicing on it?
Well, you know, if we're near woods or something, maybe I'll sharpen myself up a spear and I'll practice. I'll practice with my psychic blades, just accuracy, distance.
Setting up gongs.
Yeah, casting speed, you know, how quick can I get one of those out?
Okay.
I'm
Like,
conjuring
can I
animals
throw
up
it?
for him.
okay. Okay.
It's like instead of being clay pigeons, it's actual
Give me a
pigeons.
d20 roll, add proficiency.
With proficiency.
Plus
+3.
Oh, +3.
Oh. So I'm able to make whatever. Alright.
I'll tell you right what they get.
8.
8 total?
Yeah,
Oh.
Okay.
kind of bounced off a lot of stuff.
Sad.
It's like the first time he's rolled terribly.
I know.
Yeah, weird.
Okay. Alright, so it takes you 5.5 weeks to get to
Okay.
Coibal.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna use.
Hey, shut up and wait a
Oh.
minute.
Oh,
What does he have?
I'm
it's a
gonna use
subclass.
my side bolstered knack.
What is that?
If you fail an ability check using a skill or tool with which you have proficiency, you can roll one psionic energy die, 1d8, and add the number to what you rolled.
This is not an ability check, but I will allow it. Only because I'm so nice. This is simply an extra thing, but I'm going to allow the d8.
5.
So 13.
13.
Okay. Understood. Okay, so the 5.5 weeks go by. Some of you lose weight on this journey just from the weather. You were eating fine, but it's just you're having to burn a lot of calories to stay warm. As far as for gaining, you do successfully complete the crossbow. Basically, it was missing every part that you. Some of them you weren't even sure what part was missing. You just knew, like, it needed a gear or something in this place. And with tinkering and Hez helping out at times and just a collaboration, you were able to make that happen.
Cool.
Not saying he was helping you every day, but at times you were like, hey, what were you thinking about this?
Right.
So yes, you have a full functioning auto crossbow.
Including the cartridge thing, but I have no ammo.
I
don't think we picked up any bolts.
For it specifically, no. But what you else, because you rolled, or you rolled a 14.
I rolled 14.
He was the 20 and 21.
Yeah.
Okay, you did determine it's probably going to be some type of specialized shortened bolt.
Okay, so
To fit within
that's
that.
something else that Bulger can try and figure out at a later time. Then is how to create those bolts, or he can shorten some himself, or whatever.
Absolutely.
Cool.
As far as the journal goes, you learn a few more letters and language. Basically, you get to where you almost feel like, okay, more time with this, I'm gonna be able to decipher words. If you had another 5 weeks of just straight, you'd probably be able to do it. Maybe going to other ancient record halls or something of possible locations might help, but who knows?
Traveling on a Zeppelin.
Yeah.
You could do.
Warlow. You do successfully do the whole drawstring aspect, so you
Okay.
don't have any of the negative modifiers or anything anymore.
Okay, cool.
So basically, you have the piercer for you.
Sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter.
Yes.
As far as the medium armor master, you have worked towards it. So I am keeping track of that. As long as you continue to work on it, you can gain a
Okay.
boon similar to it. Not going to be everything of it, but
There's not much to it.
isn't it double proficiency or whatever?
No. I'll tell you once.
It's ignores the disadvantage on stealth and something else. You might take like
Feats. So the medium armor master that go for doesn't impose disadvantage on my dexterity stealth checks, which is not what I'm really looking for. It's when I wear medium armor, I can add 3 rather than 2 to my AC if I have a
From
dexterity of
dex.
16 or higher. So it allows me to get +1 AC.
So instead of being 17, you'd be 18.
Correct.
the yeah, it changes the dex cap for the
Yep. From 2 to 3.
Gotcha.
That's all it
Okay.
does. Yep.
All right. A little more work, and you probably it won't be a boon then. It would that's all it is. I was thinking it had more stuff to it for whatever reason.
I think it's heavy armor master that like reduces damage and it
Yeah.
reduces
Okay, that's
something
probably
else,
what I was
and
thinking of then. Yeah.
It's heavy armor master.
Okay.
Basically, I don't even care about the dexterity or the stealth check. I just want that +1 AC.
I get it.
Yeah.
Kai, you spent the time honing in skills on how to properly use a mortar and pestle, which you have, to break down without losing the properties of certain herbs and all, to where you feel like you are at that level to where you're a novice for potion making. So you do have the ability to make potions with the right ingredients. We'll talk about potentially what to add as far as like abilities for that, but you do have that ability. Hezekiah.
Would he have identified the magic
Yes.
items?
In your time of doing all your other stuff, you identified the magic items. The staff is a +1. Or sorry, I am misspeaking. Let me just pull it up on D&D Beyond. It is called a Staff of Healing. You can find it on D&D Beyond. It requires attunement by a bard, cleric, or druid. The staff has 10 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend 1 or more of its charges to cast one of the following spells from it, using your spell, save DC, and spellcasting ability modifier. 1 charge is Cure Wounds, and you can do it up to 4th level, so you could do an additional charge to upcast, right? Lesser Restoration is 2 charges. Mass Cure Wounds is 5 charges. The staff regains 1d6 plus 4 expended charges daily at dawn. If you expend the last charge, roll a d20. On a 1, the staff vanishes, and it's gone. Staff of Healing. The leather armor was a +1 studded leather armor.
Very cool.
So, somebody who wears leather armor might benefit from that. Specifically Kai, probably, because... Or, I guess, Thalic might benefit.
Is that more? So I'm currently have my leather +1, so this is now studded armor.
Studded +1. So, it would be... If you look in your inventory, you could add that and equip it, and it'll show you your AC. The potions. The vials that you found. The yellow one is a potion of quickness.
Ooh.
The green one is a potion that... I'll have to look up the exact name, but basically what it does is when you take it, it enlarges. It casts the enlarge spell on that person. And it lasts for 1 minute.
Is a potion of quickness like potion of haste?
Yes.
That's what I thought. I just
Yeah, I always call it potion of quickness.
Gotcha. I will put the potions in the
Okay.
bag.
Okay.
keeping the staff in myself.
As far as what you were working on, you do hone in your skills. Yours was what? Like what was your roll again? 18? You do identify you're going to need some more equipment. But you learn how to, between Kai digging out kind of an area for you to work in, ways to basically place stones around it to be able to kind of hold in the heat to insulate it, to where you do learn how to soften ore a little bit. but you will need some more work with it and equipment. Phallic. What was your total? 15? 13. It will take more time, but you feel yourself getting more accurate, more precise with where the blade hits and how it spins even. So like to get around objects, not like wanted curved bullet style, but you do find yourself honing your skills during the travel. And you arrive, as you've moved progressively east, what you've noticed as a group is it's gotten progressively warmer. Because recall the equator is at the center of the Earth. The world from north to south is the equator. So as you get closer to Coibal, it becomes almost more, the temperature is closer to the 60s and 50s by the time you get to Coibal. And as you approach, what you see is one large tower that rises up. It kind of smooths out at the base and rises up to a point, to one point. But off of that, you see other mini towers that kind of come out that it looks like there has to be magical means holding them on, because the weight and size of these additional offset towers, they would collapse otherwise. The stone looks to be a white, pure, cleanly cut stonework. That's something that catches Bulgrim's eye, is the stonework. The entire city is surrounded by one large wall, made of a similar white stone, capped with gray stonework, and you can see not only guards in plate mail, but you can see walking about the top of the walls a few different, clearly spellcasters, people that have practiced livëlmpor, those who are familiar with wizards and sorcerers and mages and such. You can recognize ones in certain hats and different symbols. That this is absolutely the pinnacle of livëlmpor within the world of Entorin. And that's where we're going to end. So we'll be back in a little bit, a couple weeks. Until then, keep rolling. Anyone doing live stream, we're going to do a quick roundtable. Those who watch this after, we'll post that for Patreon. So join us on Patreon and you'll get access to all the roundtables for recordings. But until then, keep rolling. Thanks for joining.
Keep rolling.
Keep rolling.
Rolling.
Copyright.
3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.